No,
I think that.
no, this way.
There you
Yeah,
go.
scoot this way. All right. I don't want to get that.
I think
Okay,
that's
this way.
right there.
What's up, guys? We're back. Week 3, coming off a big win. What's up, Shorty Low? How you feeling today?
I'm saying in in Rush we trust.
Cooper Gold Rush, baby. We looking good.
I like Rush. He's not elite yet, but I say we trade Dak right now, get a bunch of assets, trade Zeke, get a bunch of assets, and then coast to the Super Bowl.
All right. So let's pump the brakes a little bit, guys. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us. This week, our Dallas Cowboys face the New York Football Giants, and once again, the Giants stink. We continue to dominate that fucking. Ooh.
Keep going.
Pick it up.
But I read that Daniel Jones was 0-9 in primetime games, just like Kirk Cousins, and we own the Giants. I think we've won the last 12 or so games. Can't really remember, but I know it's been a lot. We've been dominating that team. So, yeah. What do you think?
We've been killing it. We've been doing good. But I mean, just want to kind of bring it back to reality. It's a good win, but where do we go from here? You know what I mean? I mean, it's a good divisional win, so we know we're better than the Giants. But the real big dog, the real big test is going to be the Eagles in our division, right? I mean, like that's the measuring stick because the Eagles look like a legit team. The Giants, come on, they've never been good. We can get excited about this win, but realistically, it's probably a bad team. The Giants are probably going to win 5-6 games like they have for the last 3-4 years. So it's not really a good measuring stick, but it's always good to get a division win. And it's always good to, look like an actual football team. We ran the ball, played great defense. I mean, shout out our defense, right? If we're going to win any game, it's going to be because of them.
Number 11, man.
Yeah.
Number 11.
Micah Parsons, Anthony Barr is an awesome
Duo
addition
right
to that
there.
team.
Yep.
I cannot believe we got him off the cheap, but it is what it is, man. So we came out hot this week. Going to see if we pick it up. I don't even know who we play next. Who do we play next?
Let me check it out. I think.
Let me go ahead and just pick up these. So we don't want any more dead air here, guys. But the Cowboys looked good. They looked real good. But again, the Giants.
Play Commanders now.
Oh, so we go in our division.
The Commanders.
We go in our division.
The Commanders, they're not as good as the Giants. We all know that. But the Commanders are a pretty, like a good underdog. It's a good silent, like team that people don't know about. But Carson Wentz, I've always liked that we own him. He hasn't been good with the Eagles, but he does sling the rock. And he has really good receiving weapons. He has Scary Terry, he has Curtis Samuel, and he has Jahan Dotson. I think they just drafted him. So he's got weapons, and it's going to be a good shootout, I think. But our defense is going to make work of Carson Wentz.
So I think that's going to be a win. Like, I don't know if we can be, but right now we're going to be 3-1 with Dak hurt. Dak's going to be out for 4 or 5 weeks was the estimation, right? He looked good on the sidelines.
I think they're pushing for after the Commanders.
Okay,
so the Rams next.
If he can come back for the Rams, that's good. But, oh, man, what a game to come back, especially after an injury, man. That defensive line is great, and our offensive line was okay. But like we said, the Giants ain't a juggernaut. So to expand on our offensive production yesterday, we looked really good. We ran the hell out of the ball. We actually got 176 yards on the ground, which was awesome. We're going to continue. Maybe we're going to look into the Zeke, Tony Pollard, because both of them looked good yesterday. I kind of want to expand more on the fact that yesterday I really liked what we did our offensive line. We lined up our rookie. I think his name is I forget his first name, but
Tyler.
Smith. I think it's Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith, number 73. We lined him up on the left side. And I like what we did with old man Peters. We put him as a left guard, and we seemed to really be able to run the ball left, which is awesome. But what I didn't like is that we started off with that combo, but something might have happened. Maybe Jason Peters just needs to get kind of in rhythm, needs to get a little bit more in shape. But I didn't see much of him in the second half, but who knows? Because I knew when we had him on there, we would run the rock, and we got a lot of chunky yards per play. I love having a vet like that. A future Hall of Famer on the line can never hurt. So I'm really happy about that. I'm happy we ran the ball, and I'm happy that, we kind of came into this game with an attitude.
Which brings back my point from last week. I'm saying we have to ride the Pollard train. And even a lot of analysts are saying that Kellen Moore is slowing Pollard down because he's the one that's explosive right now. And Zeke is just not the same anymore. And I keep saying it. We should trade him before he goes even more downhill. I do love Zeke. Don't get me wrong. He was a really, really good football player, but ever since he signed that contract, it's been downhill from there.
You see, I solidly disagree, man. Because we'll see the stats for each and every one of them. But what I really liked last night is that when we were needed a first down, I mean, we needed a touchdown. We would put Zeke in there in the goal line. That's what he's really good at. You need to get Tony in space, but you need someone to run up and down. We kind of did what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks is we got a fullback. We got that new tight end number 87 who looked really good. I forget his name, but I know his number.
Yeah.
We used him as fullback a couple times with Zeke, and that's a lead blocker. If we use him the right way, we'll be good. But let's see what.
But they're saying that Tony should be the lead running back, and then Zeke should do the stomping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll get to my point also is that in the last minute or two, when we needed a first down, it was like a minute and 50 left. They gave it to Tony Pollard. They didn't give it to Zeke because they knew Tony Pollard is more fresh, more elusive, and he got us 11 yards on that third and something, I think it was, or second and something. So he kind of sealed the game right there if it wasn't for Trevon Diggs' pick. But still, I want to ride the Tony Pollard train all the way. I feel like he should be the feature running back. And then Zeke has to let go of his ego. He already got paid. So kind of just be the short yardage guy.
I think that's great. I think that's actually a really good 1-2 punch because it kind of plays to the strength of each player. I think more to my point, I mean, you're absolutely right. 13 attempts, 105 yards, 8.1 average. He was killing it. There's no reason we should slow it down. And I think we should definitely keep both of them running back by committee for right now.
It reminds me of the situation when Alvin Kamara came into the New Orleans Saints. Mark Ingram was number one, Alvin Kamara number two. Next season, it was backwards. Alvin Kamara number one, Mark Ingram two. And that's the thing. That's the type of person Mark Ingram is. If you realize how he is as a sportsmanship, as a teammate, he doesn't care if he has to take the back role. He just loves winning. And when they were winning, he was having the best time. You would see the clips of him just going all out. And that's what we need from Zeke.
Winning cures all, baby.
So I think Zeke just needs to be, let me take a pay cut. Let me show this guy a little bit more. Let me be the short yardage guy, give him the explosive plays. And I think if we make that happen, your dream of running the ball very efficient will come true.
Yep. And I think that's the thing. Just is, will he do it? I mean, who knows? You never want to speak on another. If he wants to go get paid and still be featured, hey, man, more power to you. Go find it. But I think we're going to learn a lot more about this team. And one of us is going to, not one of us has to be right, but one of the situations are going to play out. So we'll see. Like you said, next week we got the Commanders, another tune-up game. But after that, the next two games in October are going to be really key to see where we're at for real, or if we're just, going to be playing for the offseason and try to figure something out. We play a Sunday, October 9th against the Rams in LA. That's a huge game. Hopefully Dak's there. And the one that I'm really circling is Cowboys-Eagles, October 16th.
Yeah, that's a division
game.
Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind.
Man,
and good. The Eagles are really good.
So good. So we're going to find out a lot about that team because after that, we got a couple cupcakes. We get the Lions, Bears, and I'm not going to look too far ahead, but another, measuring stick game is going to be that Cowboys-Packers, November 13th. So we're looking a little bit far ahead in the several. November football obviously matters a little bit more than the football we're playing right now, but I like the direction we're heading in. It could be a lot worse.
So let me ask your opinion quick.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush, Gold Rush is 3-0 as a Cowboy starter.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? And if he keeps winning, what do you do in that situation?
As much as I'd like to say a quarterback competition, it's not going to be. Because I think at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and we're paying Dak a lot of money, so we could have like a really good kind of momentum going. But I think everybody knows in that team that 4 has always been the starter and kind of will always be the starter. You know what I mean? So we'll figure it out where it goes from there. But Hank, man, I'm not an NFL coach. If they ride it, they like the locker room, do it. But could you really see the Cowboys benching a $60 million man?
That's the thing. That's the ego. That's the money talking.
That's a lot of money,
and I totally understand. That's why Kellen Mond, or what's Kellen Moore? Is it? Yeah, Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is calling a lot more plays for Zeke when he shouldn't be. He should be calling the plays for Tony Pollard. But since he's the big man with the big money, I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones is saying, give the ball to Zeke.
But let me ask you something. Do you really think a player who has to, and I don't know if I'm trying to rag on Tony Pollard, but like it's maybe more to his allure. Is he like a gimmick? Because like if you really have to design plays, that means you have to. He can't do everything, right?
No,
That
but
means if you're going to call a dive left, you can't really call a dive left because he can't deliver. So you have to do a motion, you have to do a swing, you have to do something like that.
but
Do you think that makes him less of a good player or not?
no, because look what the NFL is going into right now. The Chiefs, when they were like the most dominant team ever, Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy were drawing up trick plays, and that's what was making them win, and that's what was making them be that great team that everybody wanted to see. So you gotta, adapt to the times now, and that's what Tony Pollard is. I think I love the old school running of Zeke, but we don't have the line for that old school running now. Now we have to be all the gimmicks and all the different looks and all the, you know what I mean? I think that's what it is right now.
Hey man, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
So
saying.
if our O line was dominant force, I'd say just run the damn ball. But we're not that line anymore. We really have to be making tricks and making all these different things because that's where the NFL is at right now.
Hey man, good points, good points. But we'll see where we go from here. We'll see where we go from here, guys. What you think? We're at 11.
Yeah, we're good right
We're
there.
good. All
Yep.
right, guys. Thank
See
you
you
very
guys
much for
next
tuning
week.
in. Peace.
Damn, that was 11.
That was 11.
I didn't even feel it, bro.
Nope.